Graham Greene's The End of the Affair, published in 1951, is widely considered a masterpiece of 20th century literature because it reinvented the romance novel. It is not a love story in the traditional sense. It is a story about how love and hate are dangerously similar, and how human jealousy can rival divine power. William Faulkner, a giant of American literature, famously called it one of the best, most true, and moving novels of my time in anybody's language. Here is why this book holds such a high place in literary history. It perfected the hate-love story. Most romance novels are about two people trying to be together. This book is about a man, Maurice Bendrix, trying desperately to stop loving a woman, Sarah Miles. The book's opening line is one of the most famous in English literature for its bitter honesty. A story has no beginning or end. Arbitrarily, one chooses that moment of experience from which to look back or from which to look ahead. Bendrix is an anti-hero narrator. He is petty, jealous, cruel, and vindictive. He begins the book claiming to hate Sarah and her husband Henry. The brilliance of the novel is how Greene shows that hate is just a form of love that has nowhere to go. The intensity of Bendrix's hatred proves the depth of his love, making the emotional stakes feel terrifyingly real compared to standard romantic fiction. The third man is God. In a typical affair, the enemy is the husband. In The End of the Affair, the husband, Henry, is a bore whom the narrator actually pities and befriends. The real antagonist of the book, the rival Bendrix cannot defeat, is God. The twist. Sarah abruptly leaves Bendrix, not for another man, but because of a bargain she makes with God during a bombing raid in World War II. When a bomb blasts Bendrix's apartment, she finds him dead under the rubble. She prays, promising that if God lets him live, she will never see him again. The miracle. Bendrix wakes up. Sarah keeps her promise. The conflict. Bendrix spends the rest of the book furious at this unseen rival. He is jealous of God. The novel treats religious faith not as a comfort, but as an intrusion, a virus that infects the lovers and tears them apart. This turned the Catholic novel genre on its head. Instead of being preachy, it was angry, erotic, and raw. The structural masterstroke. The diary. The novel is a masterclass in perspective. For the first half, we only see Bendrix's side. He thinks Sarah is a bitch and a fake who abandoned him. He hires a private detective to steal her diary, hoping to find proof of a new lover. When he reads the diary, the entire book flips. We relive the same events from Sarah's perspective and realize that while Bendrix was wallowing in self-pity, she was living a life of agonizing, saint-like sacrifice. This structural pivot forces the reader to realize how selfish and blind the narrator has been, serving as a powerful literary device for empathy. The real-life passion. The book feels incredibly raw because it was barely fiction. Greene dedicated the book to C. Later editions spelled out Catherine. Catherine Walston. She was a married American socialite and Greene's real-life mistress. Their relationship was intense, torturous, and riddled with guilt because of their Catholicism. The reality? Greene poured his actual diary entries and love letters into the dialogue. The onion sandwich scene, where the lovers eat onions so their spouses won't want to kiss them, was something Greene and Walston actually did. This reality gives the book a heartbeat that purely fictional stories often lack. The ending. Ambiguity and miracles. The book takes a bold risk in its final act by introducing the supernatural. After Sarah dies, miracles start happening to people she knew. A rationalist's birthmark disappears. A boy is healed. Greene challenges the reader. Are these coincidences? Or was Sarah a saint? The book ends with Bendrix still resisting belief, offering a final prayer that is actually a plea to be left alone. Oh God, you've done enough. You've robbed me of enough. I'm too tired and old to learn to love. Leave me alone forever. It is this refusal to give a happy religious ending that makes it great. It remains a story of human struggle to the very last sentence.